What for more wind?
What for more wind?
Hey guys, you are here live at start of leg 6 here in beautiful sunny but not very windy Aarhus. We have the calm evening and it's actually pretty warm here today. But ahead of me you have Malizia there, just behind them is Biotherm, to the left is 11th hour. Here is Kiel and Holcim is there as well, just over here. So yeah, everyone is getting ready for the start. I guess we may need to be out of this area because this is the start area, so we need to be over there. And we are on the move. I just everyone else is out. I think they're the race boat. And look, here you have it, guys. No wind. Start boat over here. So that is the opening start line through there. Here are the boats getting ready. Everyone has their main sail up, but it is not very windy at the moment. So we are just waiting to hear from the race committee what will be the course, because it will be a very slow import race start, a kind of in-race start if we have to do some laps. So we're just waiting to find out what is going to be the course. But here you have it, that is Malizia there, the boat you see at the forefront. And it is the leg 6 start. We are going to be sailing from here, Aarhus, through doing a Kiel flyby. That is tomorrow in Kiel, at the moment scheduled for around 3 p.m. And then we will be heading on to The Hague. Pretty exciting leg for Team Malizia, because as you guys know, on board we have Boris Herrmann, our favourite German skipper, and he is of course excited about heading into Kiel tomorrow on the boat, of course. But from what we hear, there is going to be many of you there to greet the team. Many of us will also be in Kiel. We have a very early start tomorrow, leaving Aarhus, and we will also be in Kiel in order to greet the boats as they fly by in the Kieler Fjorde. And then in 3 days from now, it is predicted that we will be in The Hague on the 11th of June, sometime from 12 lunch till 7 p.m. And hopefully again, lots of you there ready to welcome Rosie into her home country. That's the second exciting part, because Rosie is of course Dutch, hailing from the Netherlands, and she has a very big fan base there, I can tell you, and hopefully many of you will be there to greet her as we come in. There is really very little wind, guys, as you're saying, 4 knots. It feels like even less out here. I think it's about 7 minutes past 6 here, so it may not be the most exciting start, but we are still very excited because we will be sailing to Kiel and then on to The Hague. So it is a great leg 6, 3-day, 800 nautical mile race to these 2 destinations. Now there are 5 boats back on the start line, guys. Very exciting news for Gio. They have made it back. Hi Maya, nice to meet you. They have made it back into the race. Benjamin has been very emotional, happy about being back, and for the other teams it's also been a great moment. And here, just before, that is the start mark there, guys, this floating thing, and that white boat here in the distance that you see, this is the start line of this leg 6. We are still, I think, waiting to find out what the start course is going to be, because there is so little wind here. You can see it's a beautiful day, but not so much for sailing. So you have Holcim there in the front, just everyone warming up, waiting to see what the course will be. While we wait, please feel free to ask any questions, guys. We have on board with us today Boris Herrmann, we have Rosalind Kuiper, we have Will Harris, and new crew member Axel Pilain and Antoine Orla. And with me on the Malizia chase boat, we have Roma, who I think some of you have met before. Jimmy.
Hello.
And Ricky Ayado.
Hello.
So I'm here with the dream team. And yeah, we're still waiting. Let's see, never a dull moment in sailing. So we are actually here on the mark. So they need to go between this and this white boat over here. 800 nautical mile race, guys. It's the shortest leg, actually, of the race. And it should take about 3 days for them to reach the Hague. But of course, before that happens, tomorrow we will be in Kiel. So for a very exciting leg flyby, where I hear that thousands of you are coming to see us. Nico is not on for this leg. Nico will be on for the next leg. Nico will be on for the next leg, but he is not on for this leg. So we have instead Axel on. She is joined the crew for this leg 6 race. And instead of Nico as navigator, Will and Boris are actually taking over the navigator role together. We have our other tech rib there, getting a little bit of a wild ride. Also the name of our Malizians episode 10, which maybe some of you saw. As you're all noticing, not that much wind here today. If you guys have any questions, please do put them in the chat. I am here to answer them, so let me know. Anything you would like to know, I can tell you. There you guys go. We have all of the boats sailing now, same way. And here we are sat on the mark.
We have a countdown. We have a countdown already.
So guys,
5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Yeah.
So that is the 5-minute countdown? We don't know. 2 laps. If you want to ask questions, guys, you're going to have to ask them in English, I'm afraid. Best of luck. Quick question. Why are the running lights so close to the stern? This is a question for Roman. Roman, why are the running lights so close to the stern? I noticed the red and green during night footage and didn't see the white stern lights.
There are whites. The whites are on the aft stanchions, and we have 2 sets of nav lights. We have 1 set further up close to the deck spreaders, and we have 2 right on the aft push bits.
Okay, perfect, thank you. So you hear it here first from our resident expert. By these wind conditions in this course, the Malizia can use the Malizia we've got my cousin Imogen dialing in from Guernsey, that's nice. We've got lots of greetings coming through. Hi everyone, super nice that you are joining us. We do not have that much wind today, as you guys can see, but still hoping to bring you an exciting start. Repair-wise, we did actually not have to do too much work here in Aarhus. The boat has been actually getting better and better at every stopover, which is good for our tech team. Here you have the boats there, guys, lining up. Would rowing be permitted by the rules? No, Roman is saying definitely not. No rowing.
The engine is more efficient.
What's the forecast saying for the leg? Do you know what the forecast saying for the leg, Roman?
No, I don't. I haven't looked at the forecast.
Yeah, like I said.
Alright guys, here you go. The boats are lining up. Malizia there in the front, doing this turning motion just to slow down a little bit. We have Gio here, the first boat. It's hard to see, I know, with the light like this, but this is Gio there. Behind Gio over here you have Biotherm. Directly behind Gio you have 11th Hour. Then you have Malizia and Holcim at the back there. Malizia is in front there and Holcim just behind. So we are bringing you a very calm leg 6 start, guys, here in Aarhus. This is the ocean race. We are sailing an 800 nautical mile course from Aarhus to The Hague in the Netherlands, with a very exciting flyby in Kiel for all our German fans. We cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow. It's also going to be a bit of a race on land for us as well, because we are leaving early and to head to Kiel in order to be there to meet you guys as the shore team. And the boat, of course, is sailing around the Kiel mark. So the boats have only, what do we have, 1 more minute till the start? 1.5 more minutes? About 1 minute till the start, guys. Just very slow start here. We are not over the line yet, so the line is here. So we are sat on the line. Malizia very close to Holcim over the back there. We have Biotherm here. We have Gio behind Gio, 11th hour. Then Malizia and Holcim just in front of that. Biotherm here turning towards us. Malizia there. 1.3 minutes, still 1 minute to go. Woo! Yeah, everyone's early. We're going to be over early. Yeah, sure.
Back. Back.
We're definitely early. Ah, crazy start. I think hard to tell here, but I think everyone's early, you know. So hard to tell exactly here what is the case because we didn't hear the gun. I don't know if that's due to the helicopter. I think we were early over the line, so we are turning around now. What is the rule?
You have to cross the line. You have to cross behind the line and then retake the start.
So we have to cross behind the line now, guys, and retake the start. That's what we are doing at the moment. So Malizia is just turning now, and we'll need to come back over the line. So at least it's not going to be a fast start. You see the other boats here, still very close to us. Very, very light winds. So Malizia is going back, and then we'll come back around and back over the line. How far do you think they've come? So now they've cleared the line, they can come back around, which they're doing now, and come back over the line for the start. You see there on deck, one of the team, can't tell who from here, maybe Rosie, I think. Is on that head sail, pulling it round, making sure there's clean maneuver so they can set off again, and coming back. I think this is one of the lightest wind starts I have ever seen in the last 5 years. We have literally no wind at all almost. It's very light. You see the other boats are all still here. So now Malizia is back over the line, starting the race. It's not the end of the world. We have 800 nautical miles to go and we're only about 400 meters behind, I think, maybe less. So it's okay, guys. Now we need that helicopter to stay there to give us a bit more wind and push us forward. Okay. So, let's go. So you can see, guys, the boats are still very close to each other. Biotherm is on the left here. We have 11th hour, Gio, Holcim, and then Malizia here. Had to do a restart. It's actually better, this kind of restart is better than in some other races. Here you just have to turn around and go back over the line. There have been other cases where the start got called late, so then they've actually had to, really turn around. Here at least it was only a short maneuver. And you see the other boats are still just here, also struggling with the no wind situation. So, for those of you just joining us, on board we have Boris, Rosie, Will and Axel, and of course our fly captain, who's actually wearing brand new branded t-shirt with fly captain on the back. We are over the line, for those asking. We were over the line first and then we went back and did it a second time. So we are definitely now over the line in time. And we are heading down. I mean, the boats are very close, you can see here. There is really not much wind out today, guys. It is a very light wind day. I think 4 knots or so, if that. It's incredibly still out here in Aarhus today. So the team that are here now will be heading tomorrow very early to Kiel, and we will be welcoming Malizia into the Kiel flyby, which I hope to see many of you guys at, supporting the team. And after that, we will be heading to the Hague, where I am sure there will be many Rosie supporters out in full force. If you have questions, guys, please put them in the chat. At the moment, it is looking like 11th hour are in first, Bytham second, then Holcim, Gio and Malizia. Malizia just slowly trying to catch up that lost ground from the false start, the early start there. Hi Sunny, I have been working with Team Malizia for 5 years now, and before that I was a lawyer. How often will the tracker update? The tracker, guys, is going to be actually live until after Kiel. So you will be basically live, I think, until the morning of the 10th. Rosie and you have the same birthday. Super nice. We did a nice little party for Rosie at lunchtime yesterday. We took her for a picnic. The start is now, guys. You are at the start. So it is not 1 hour till the start. The live will keep going all the way until after Kiel. Holly, am I married? Yes. Sorry, Bernhard, sorry, Bernhard. I can't read the German question, so if anyone wants to translate that for me, that would be great. Still terrible at German. So guys, we are here. Malizia trying to catch up on that late or early start, which there's cost a few 100 meters or so. And on the Kiel flyby, we will be updating our social media and our website with the Kiel timings. From what I know at the moment, we are still looking at around 3 p.m. into Kiel. So please, guys, do come down. We have a Malizia activation area there. We have lots of team members there as well. A lot of our shore team will be around. So come see us. You can recognize us with our clothes, outfits, branding. Maybe you recognize some of the Malizians from the documentary. The flyby is expected at 3 p.m. tomorrow. We will be doing a live stream from Kiel. It won't be me tomorrow because I am with our partners, but it will be Oakley, one of our team members who's very good at the lives. And we will live stream, do not worry. All starts, imports and finishes will be live streamed, including the Kiel flyby. The Malizian activation area, it's free, it's open to the public. You can see it, it has a big Malizia on the front. Please feel free to come down and have a look. There will be members of the team there that you can talk to. There is also Malizia merchandise on sale there, guys. Lots of you saying push, push, push. The classic Boris comment. There you have it, guys. You can see the 5 boats there. And there are 5 boats back in this race. We have Gio, who has 2 German sailors on board. So I hope that you guys are giving them also a big cheer on their way into Kiel. They are just in front of us now. They had an amazing amount of work to do to get back in this race, and they've had great support from all of the teams and also from the race and also from their partners. And I think it's amazing to see them here today. The team have done an incredible job of getting back after the dismasting incident, and it's really great to see them here today. So there you have Malizia creeping up on Gio. The boats are really not going far. It's not going fast, sorry. So even though we had that start, it was not the end of the world. Any drone coverage In Kiel, there will be many stations showing it. I think NDR, ZDF, and RTL all will be showing the coverage of the Kiel flyby. Of course, Eurosport as well has the most up-to-date main coverage of the event, and you can tune in there to see everything. We will have a live on YouTube. We will also be on with the social media. Also, right now, one of our team, Marie Lefloc, our social media manager, is actually on board Malizia, and she will be jumping from the boat later as our leg jumper into the icy waters of Aarhus. So get ready for that. If you want to see her live, you can also open your phone and go onto the what's it called, Instagram channel. However, that's not quite yet. She will be doing that later. So maybe you can have both screens open at the same time. Our live streams are all for free, I can guarantee that. However, Eurosports, I am not 100% sure which ones will and won't be free, but I know that NDR will also be doing a long program of lives, also lives with the boat of the Malizia coming into Kiel. So you will be able to watch on NDR. I also think RTL and ZDF are doing something as well, and of course Eurosport. And for those die-hard fans, we still have the Malizia YouTube chase boat. Hi Holly, can we buy Malizia merchandise in The Hague? Yes you can. The Helly Hansen store has all of our Musto merchandise. You can also buy it online at musto.de. Ignore where it says you can ship to, just put in the comments that you want it in a different place and select Luxembourg on the drop-down menu. Malizia does not have a spare mast, but we share the option to have a mast from the class, so there is a pooled resource for masts, but they are now in short supply. Yes, who is coming to Kiel, guys? Who is listening now and who is coming to Kiel? Let us know. Tell us in the chat if you're coming. You guys are watching from the Philippines, watching from Bordeaux. How many of you will be at the Kiel flyby with us today? So Malizia is actually now in 4th place. Yes. Oh, that 2. Lots of you guys here in Kiel. Super nice. Maybe coming to Genoa. Are they asking because we're not allowed to be in this area? Are we not meant to be in this area? I think we're not meant to be in this area, that's why they're saying. You guys are coming too. Unfortunately, you have to work. Do you have to work? Can you not work from home from that day, guys? Nice. So many of you coming from Kiel. Even if you're in Prague, it's okay, Mia. You can tune in to the Malizia live. So there you have it. Malizia there in 4th place at the moment, trying to make up some miles. The boat is actually quite good in these conditions. They're not the worst conditions for us. In this very light wind, the boat seems to be able to actually catch up some nautical miles on the others. So let's see. Lots of wind here in Aarhus. I'm afraid not today, Volker. Does it mean cloud as well, Volker, in English? If you will be there too. We will be there, Fabian, don't worry. We will be in Kiel, of course. Lots of the team are going to be in Kiel. We would love to meet you guys. Come down, ask us some questions. And who else is coming to The Hague? That is also going to be an incredibly exciting stopover. All you Rosie fans out there should be out in full force, guys, for the arrival. At the moment, it is anywhere between midday and 7 p.m, the arrival into The Hague, and the Kiel arrival is still around 3 p.m. We will keep you updated on all our social media sites. So wherever you like to follow, please keep an eye on those sites and we will let you know what's happening. I think someone is asking why we did not do a good start. These things happen. It was very...
We were pushing and we were over the line.
Yeah, we were pushing too much, trying to get a good start, but we were just over that line after the import race where we had a very bad start a few days ago. The team wanted to be off.
That one?
you guys are going to be in The Hague. That is great to see. So we have Malizia here in 4th at the moment. There's you. And up ahead we have Holcim, and I think in 1st is 11th Hour and Biotherm. I think they are going to shorten the sort of inshore part of this leg because there is so little wind, and they need us to be, of course, on time to Kiel. I can actually never say the name of the port in The Hague. Scheveningen? Unfortunately, my partner is Dutch, so he will probably be laughing at my pronunciation. So you guys, all in The Hague, it's going to be incredibly exciting to see you there. As someone here, Francois is rightly pointing out, Rosie just won Sailor of the Month on Seahorse magazine, so that is a very exciting news. And for others tuning in, our next episode of Malizians, a particularly exciting one actually, focusing on some of the key women in our team, will be going live on Tuesday or Wednesday, yet to be confirmed. So please tune in to watch Malizians. Yes, guys, there is a rule that all of the boats must have at least one female sailor on board. That rule has been in place since 2017 with the last edition of the race, that women must be on board. And I think it's a very important one to try and get more women into Amoca sailing. Although sailing is opening up in general, there are not that many female Amoca sailors, and it's a great thing that this initiative actually sees many more enter. What are some other questions? Got bag, roll up. Type in Malizia got bag and you can find those online. For those of you arriving in Kiel tomorrow, the flyby will be around 3 p.m. in front of the Fligo restaurant. Team Malizia will be present there. We give a little shout out to Philip's mother's 77th birthday, Hague, if I say that right. Happy birthday to you from the Malizia chase boat. There you have it, guys. Malizia there in the distance. We are going to Scheveningen Harbour in The Hague. We will be arriving on the 11th of June, hopefully between 12 and 7 p.m. Rosie will be having some extra holidays at the end of the race, indeed. So there you have it, guys. Malizia. We do have leg jumpers on board, so you guys know. We have Marie Lefloc, who is one of our team members. She is our social media manager, so she will be actually live on Instagram, jumping from the boat. Here you have it, guys. You see the boats here rounding those marks. And we have another guest on board, so we will have 2 people jumping from the Malizia later. I will let you know when that is. We will be up close and personal to them. Paolo, merchandise, you can buy it at musto.de. You can also buy merchandise at any of the Ocean Race stopovers in the Helly Hansen store. Here you have it, guys. 11th hour there out in front, followed by Biotherm and Holcim, all coming around the mark there. We will go catch up with our favourite Malizians. Let's get a bit closer so we can show the fans Malizia a bit more up close and personal. We have the other boats coming down the side here now. We're slowly making our way over to Malizia. There's 11th hour, Biotherm and Holcim behind. And over there is Malizia, followed by Kiel. Malizia coming around that mark now. There is a woo! It is such light wind here, guys, I can tell you. And there, also a lot of work to be done to get them back in the race, and they seem to have come back stronger than ever. And Holcim there, new skipper Ben Schwartz on board there, and Malizia. even though there's not so much wind, it is still a beautiful day out here, guys, so we can't complain. Any questions you have, please put them in the chat. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know what you want to know. Little light wind maneuver there going on from Malizia. Do these boats carry spinnakers? Yes, we do. We have an asymmetrical spinnaker. When you see that sail up with lots of dots on it, that is our spinnaker. Leg jumpers today are Marie Lefloc. She's our social media manager, and she will be doing a live whilst jumping from the boat into the cold water. You see them there. They are in yellow, sitting directly above the yellow triangle. And also a partner of the ocean race is on board. Do we take an anchor with us? Yeah, it is safety procedure. You do have to have a small anchor on board. We have 2 actually, sorry, I'm being told. But that is a safety requirement to have on board. Any other questions, guys? What do you want to know? There is Malizia. You see in yellow there, our 2-leg jumpers. They will be jumping off at some point, not just yet. Coming up on the mark there, soon to do a maneuver. Gio have had an amazing race on land, actually, to be back in this race. They've done an incredible job, really incredible. Yeah, only Malizia had a false start. I think that's what you're asking, Michael. I don't speak German, I'm afraid, and I do not have Translate because I'm doing the live, but I think that's what you're asking. Paolo, it is musto.de, or if you type in Frisch merchandise, or Malizia merchandise, or Boris Herman merchandise, it is all on the Malizia store. Maybe someone who is in this chat who knows what I'm talking about could send a link so that Paolo can see. The tugboat. We are just in a rib. We have not so much going down here. We have Romain, we have Ricardo with his giant lens, and we have Malizia here rounding the mark. Look at that. We have a boat getting in the way of our picture. Always nice.
The umpires, they're allowed to.
Why did you be in the way of
Is the top batten passing on the other side, or do you need to jump on it when light wind conditions like now?
Yes.
He means do the battens pop?
Does the top batten pop, yeah. Sometimes it needs some help.
So sometimes the battens need a little bit of help to pop, but mostly I think they are okay. Here you have it, guys. The boats lined up there. The 3 front-running boats right now. We have Malizia here in 4, and Gio just behind us there. Yes, the battens do pop, guys. All good. So guys, you have it. We are in the first lap of the inshore course on the start of leg 6. For those just joining us, a little recap. This is leg 6 of the ocean race. We are in Aarhus, and this very short, exciting leg, 800 nautical miles, will see us go to Kiel tomorrow on a flyby, sailing up into the Kieler Fjord and then sailing back out and to the Hague. So 2 great stops for Boris and Rosie. Of course, Malizia does not stop in Kiel, but the team will be there to see the boats arrive. We have had a very light wind start here on this leg 6 race. Malizia actually had a false start, so we had to do a loop and come back over the line. But then they have overtaken Gio, who are here behind us. We have a little, the sun is quite low in the sky. It's 6:30 in the afternoon here, guys. And on board Malizia, this is Gio, but on board Malizia we have Boris Herman as our skipper, Will Harris on board, Rosalind Kuiper and Axel Pillion. That is Gio there. And they have had an amazing race to get here. Really, to get on the water has been incredibly hard for them. They had so many issues with the boat. They lost their mast. It was an incredibly sad moment, but they have fought that, and with the help of many partners and an amazing team, and also with help from the other teams, they are here today. And it is really, I can say, heartwarming moment to see them sailing in this leg 6 of the race. They really deserve to be here. They are an incredible team. The Nico is not on board for this leg. That was always planned. Just as Boris stepped off for 2 legs, Nico also planned to be off for 2 legs. These guys have young families. Nico has 3 kids and they cannot be sailing all the time. So there was always planned, but Nico will be back for the last leg. He is excitedly anticipating the Genoa leg, sorry. And on top of that, Nico has also been doing the weather routing for us, the pre-weather routing. Of course, he cannot help us during the leg, but he has been very involved in the routing. So there is 2 laps of this course, guys. We started down there in the back corner. We go up here, it's a rectangle. We've been bound round the 3rd mark and back down to the 4th mark down here. And we do a loop and come back. We have to do that twice before leaving. The chief of Militian Air, Antoine Orial, is of course on board. He is going to be on board for every leg. And he's looking forward to getting that drone out again for you guys. We actually got him some new t-shirts. Lucia had them printed saying Fly Captain on the back. So hopefully we get some more incredible drone footage from him. What is the next race after the ocean race, and how will the other crew continue sailing? The next race after the ocean race is a little race called the Azimuth, and then it is the TJB, the Transat Jacques Vabre. And the plan is that we will keep, I think, most of our crew for that. And Nico, I think, is sailing with some other people, but it's not public yet. So everyone will be sailing. That is the general gist of the TJV. It's not going to go quiet for Malizia or our sailors after the ocean race, I can guarantee you that. And of course next year we have the Vendée Globe, where Boris will be sailing solo, alone, non-stop around the world. He did that in 2020 and it took 80 days in the race. And that is happening again at the end of next year. There you have Malizia, guys, currently in 4th place. But still with a whole nother lap to go, and really the distance has closed a lot. That's Holcim in front of us. There is not much between these boats now, but the air is incredibly light here. You see that head sail struggling to hold its shape. What are your next questions? Will you make a video available from the complete race at the end of it? We have a YouTube series for those of you who want to watch it. It's called Malizians Commentary. Who knows? Let's see. Is Antoine on board? Of course Antoine is on board. Antoine is on for every leg. We have Boris, Rosie, Will, Axel and Antoine on board. Don't worry, guys. Leopold asking for a hello. Hi, Leopold from the ocean. There is going to be a book, guys. Yes, there is a book about this race written by Andreas Wolfers. It will be available after the ocean race, not directly after, but I think the plan is September, October time. Maybe I'm wrong. Andreas, I'm sure, will tell me off if I am. But there is a book coming out. It will be in German, English, French and Dutch. So you will be able to buy the book. It includes all of our sailors, our main characters on board. There are t-shirts, guys. You can buy them in the Musto store, or if you are on site in the Helly Hansen store. Currently, it's hard to tell how fast that boat is sailing. Probably not more than 3 knots. We are trying to catch up there on Holcim. We have closed some gap, but there is really not much wind out here, guys. The boats should arrive into The Hague on the 11th, any time at the moment between 12 and 7 p.m. If you keep an eye on our social media, we will be keeping you updated, and on the website. Don't you worry. During leg 5, Antoine was actually not able to fly the drone because he was told that they wouldn't slow down to collect it. So that was the reason for that. And it was just too fast, basically. Of course, as many of you know, we broke the speed distance world record, 24 hours in a mile, and that was one of the reasons Antoine just was not able to fly the drone. These drones can go fast, but they don't go that fast. And when you've lost it, you can't get it back in these conditions. So that was the reason. So for those of you just joining, we will be in Kiel tomorrow, guys, for the flyby. I hope lots of you come down and see us there. Then we will be in The Hague on the 11th. The former crew members will all be at the Geneva arrival. They've all been invited. And it will be back to Nico, Boris, Will and Rosie, and of course, Antoine Auriel on board for the last leg. I'm not quite sure what your question is, Niels, but I am personally in favour of the rule to have at least one female sailor on board. I think it's an important step, and if we didn't have to have the rule, we would see many more women anyway on board. So I think the point is that we still need that rule in place, and until that becomes obsolete, I fully respect the decision to do that. And I think it makes it much more exciting to have a mixed crew on board, and also a bit more modern. So what's this, Michael? Lucky Team Malizia with Rosalind. We have the best and most alive female sailor. I very much agree, Michael. Rosie is a great asset to the team. Who is the new person on board? Axel is our newest crew member. She's actually been with the team for nearly a year now. She's sailed many times on the boat, and she works on the data and performance side on the boat. So things like programming the autopilots and calibrating all the data on board. And she also sailed with the team across the Atlantic on the delivery back from the route to Room. So she's sailed many miles on the boat, but this is her first leg of the ocean race. And of course, she was also a replacement for Rosie in the other legs in case Rosie had an accident or anything. But we always planned that she would be on for this leg. And now we have 2 female crew members on board. And very happy for Axel. She comes from France. She's sailed most of her life. And she's a very good addition to the crew. They have 4-hour watches on board, so 4 hours on, 4 hours off. Boris will be opposite Will, so they will never overlap. Here you have a little Titanic show from our other team members. Here's Oakley, who will be doing the live view tomorrow from Kiel. There is not much wind out here at the moment, so
music makes everything better.
Aarhus is just there, guys, so they are not very far away from Aarhus. That's Aarhus in the distance. They are sailing back down towards Aarhus now. Lots of you appreciating Rosie on this chat. She is great, and I hope the podcast comes back. It is maybe not as likely on this leg, to be totally honest, because it is going to be 3 days of almost no sleep, I imagine. There's going to be a lot of maneuvers, a lot of tacking, driving around these coastlines, and it's not going to be so much sleep. So the podcast, it was very good on the last leg, but I don't know how it's going to be on this, on the long leg, but I don't know how it's going to be on this leg. As for refocusing my camera, I think it is focused. I see it clearly. The whole crew is sailing. Yup. Light winds all along the leg. I don't think it is light winds all along the leg. No, just in here. It's this evening lull in the wind. When you say, I'm not sure what that means, why can't we pass the mark? I think the idea is to pass the mark, so no worries there. What's that?
On the opposite side.
There is so little wind out here. Once this race is finished, we just have more races, guys. It doesn't end with the ocean race. We have a full Amoca season to still go. So that is the plan for us, to continue. Yeah, there you can see here the fickle wind out there, down at the front of the head, 11th hour. They've got their sails out on the
Port side.
port side, no, 11th hour? It's hard to
11th hour
see.
on
No, they're on starboard, no?
On starboard side.
Yeah, 11th hour on starboard side down there, guys. And then you have both on port, Holcim on port, and us now trying to come onto the port side. Really trying to do anything they can with the wind. It's not an easy course to sail at the moment. The wind is so light. You have here at the back there also everyone struggling with a very limp head sail at the moment. When will the live tracker come back on your website? The tracker will be on the website from this afternoon or later this afternoon, probably 8 p.m. tonight. The tracker is actually already there. You just need to click on the live button, which is at the top. You'll see 4 squares. If you click that, the tracker is already enabled. It's just not on our exact homepage until a few hours after the start. And the tracker will remain actually live. So not updating every hour, but live until after Kiel. Thank you for that, Paulo. I actually love Portugal, and my plan is to go there after the race is over for a little rest.
We also love Portugal.
We have a Portuguese one on board here, Ricardo. Paulo is also from Portugal. Say
Hi.
Oh, why
Tudo bem?
Tudo bem. There you go, Paulo. We have many nationalities with us. The 2 Frenchies here.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Ça va?
Est-ce qu'il y a des Français au live, hein?
Is anyone on there French? Let us know, guys. 1,500 of you online. Anyone French? Paulo says great.
It's a good test.
Thumbs up from Ricardo for the Portuguese ones.
It's a teach.
We also have New Zealanders on that boat there. We've grouped them today.
Let's go for the interview.
Ah, look, we have some French on the chat. Christophe François and François Morissot. You switched your names.
Bonjour les amis.
Bonjour.
Bonjour les amis. Merci de nous suivre, merci d'être là.
And any English on the chat.
They've just cancelled lap 2. They go through this.
Lots of Germans, I'm sure.
Line and they head straight off again.
Okay, so this is going to be the last lap.
And through the start finish line and the leading gate.
Okay, guys, so the second lap is cancelled because, as you can see, there is no wind. So then the new plan is that they head straight down to what will be the 4th mark down there. They do a loop up round and then they head straight out. So there will be no second lap of this import race, which is great because I think otherwise we might be here till dark. If you look at those sails, there is very little wind. No one is moving. So you heard it here first, guys. The new plan. 1 lap. So we are down the back straight. We have done 3 sides of a rectangle so far, and we are partway through that 3rd side. It is really little wind involved at the moment. We are going to go a bit closer to Malizia, get you a little bit of a closer view, get you to see who's on board. We have 2 leg jumpers on board today, guys. We have Marie Lefloc, who is our social media manager, and we also have a guest from the ocean race on board.
Umpires next to us.
And we have the umpires here.
Hello, live.
We're live
You guys are live.
on YouTube with quite a lot of fans at the moment. So here we have our very important umpires who make sure no one is doing anything wrong. Very busy with all this wind.
Extreme racing.
And here we have it, coming up closer. We're going to get you close to the boat so you can have a look.
Stay on this side, we got on this side.
Here she is, Malizia.
Oh, look, Boris running.
There's Boris running up the front there to get the sail around. Changing that over now. You have Antoine with his camera. That's Boris there under the sail. Antoine filming, and on deck we have our 2 leg jumpers who will be jumping into the cold waters. There's Marie, our social media manager, jumping off for the first time. No paddles, I'm afraid, and we cannot use the engine.
Changing the baton. Popping the baton.
Yeah, Boris is popping the baton there. There we see Boris. No wind at all, huh? It is even less wind now, guys. Me blowing in the sails currently would probably be more wind than there is right now. We all know that if anyone on this chat is a sailor, there are some moments where you are totally becalmed, and this is one of them. It's not just us. Here you have Guillaume behind us. And Malizia, no wind in her sails at the moment. Boris doing everything he can, probably a bit of a frustrating moment on board. You want to get going on a leg start, but you're stuck. How would it feel, Roman?
Very frustrating, but you know that everybody else is in the same situation, so you just have to be patient.
Makes it a little bit better, I think. And tell us, was there much boat work, Roman, to do? A few people asking on board. I think it was quite a chilled stop, but maybe you know different from me?
No, we had no major work. The shore team did a great job on the previous stopovers, so just minor maintenance.
Yeah. It's been a nice stop over here in Aarhus. We haven't, compared to the first few legs that we've had in this race in Alicante and then of course Cape Town, this has been, slowly they get more and more fluid, I would say, and less work to do, so that's great. Can our leg jumpers get in the water and push the boat? I'm afraid not. That would be great if they could, but not allowed. Feels even slightly like the boat is going backwards. Throw them a beer and chill, someone else's recommendation. I mean, probably they would also enjoy that, but I'm afraid not just yet. They've got some work to do first. Greetings from England. Nice, Ralph. I'm also English. Nice to hear you. Exactly, we need that helicopter to be a little bit closer, someone else is saying. I agree. It is not wind at all. We can see the other boats here, look, ahead of us, but not moving either. So it's not just us that's stuck. You're getting a little bit of speed there. A little bit more than us anyway, it seems like. But here, really no speed at all. Ah, Cindy from India, nice that you've joined us. Can they pump the sails by changing the keel cant? No, the tracker is not correct, I'm afraid. We are in 4th place, not 2nd. I'm not sure why it says that. But definitely the tracker, I think, is judging it from going out, not coming in, and that will be the issue.
That's correct, yeah, it's saying it just shows how little wind there is because the exhaust fumes are just stood in place.
Are the boats allowed to use the engine? Nope, you are not allowed to use the engine. You can use the engine for charging, but you cannot engage the propeller. The engine is sealed, so no engine. Stu, do they know about the engine seal? To just ask you. Engine seal? Engine seal. So guys, it's a very slow start to this leg 6. Hopefully the rest of the leg is not so slow. But we are here. Oh, Marie's mum and dad are online. Marie's on the boat, guys. She is going to jump off at some point soon.
Maybe not.
But not just yet. She's probably going to jump off when they come round the mark at the end there. Not too much wind, so not too scary for Marie today. Marie, for those of you that don't know, is our social media manager. She is the one bringing you all the content on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Doing a very good job of it. Antoine probably should be doing yoga on the deck in this point, but I think he's on the live for Warner Brothers, so no rest for Antoine. He's got a camera in Boris's face. Lots of you sending the wind emoji. Please send more of it. We are in need. Lots of you asking if you can rock Kiel backwards and forwards to get some speed. I'm not sure that's going to work. We've got lots of suggestions. Tea time on Malizia. Is the boat moving at all or absolutely no wind? Honestly, there is no wind at all. I'm not even sure.
Maybe 1 knot.
Maybe 1 knot of wind, says our resident wind expert, Roman.
Yeah, look, the wind cups are slightly spinning.
Oh yeah, you can see at the top there. Well, maybe you guys can't, but there is a tiny bit of wind. Yeah, thank you, Euron. Also following. The husband is online. Tracker position doesn't take into account the start of this inshore part. So it looks like we're in second, but actually we're in fourth at the moment because we have the other boats ahead of us here and we need to turn back round. Lots and lots and lots of you sending wind. Thank you, guys. Do you have a forecast of how the wind will develop over the next few hours? I do have the forecast, but I can't access it because I'm in this live. But at the moment it was looking a bit slower into Kiel and faster into the Hague. So it looks like the further round we get, the more wind we get. Is paddling allowed? No, afraid not. I think it does help if you guys send wind onto your screens. I think that's a good idea. No wind, push the boat by swimming. At the moment we have 3 high pressure areas around. That means only less winds because there is no low pressure area in which it wants to be filled. Thanks, guys. Any questions from home, let us know. We're still here. Look, have Gio back in the race. Malizia, Holcim, Biotherm in 11th hour. No one is moving much, guys, so it's going to be a while. I can tell you that for free. On board we have Boris there running up and down. We have Rosie, Axel, and of course Will Harris and Antoine Aurel. Ah, there you go. Boris is trying to pop that top baton under the red. You can see.
Almost.
Oh,
No, still no.
still not.
There we go.
There. So Boris then just manually popping the buttons by pulling on the boom, shaking the boom, and getting that top baton to pop. Look at that. The sail is not completely stationary for a second. I can also feel it.
Like a slight land breeze.
There is no plan to cancel the Kiel flyby, guys. Don't worry. We are heading there. Just a little bit of a slow start. If you look at the tracker, there are exclusion zones on the way to Kiel and also on the way to the Hague. So you cannot just sail exactly where you want, no. Yeah, Colleen's saying if you go on the tracker and click the buttons down the side, you can add things like wind speed. So you can see an overlay of the wind over the next days and you can click forward on the times. There will be very little sleep on this leg, guys. It's a really tough one. You're really doing so many maneuvers up and down the coast. So as you say, Mia, not much sleep will happen, we think. Lots and lots of you guys commenting, is the 24-hour record confirmed by WSSR yet? We have applied, but it's not yet confirmed. Yes, we do have enough fuel to accompany them for the next hours, but we are not moving very fast, and when we're stopping, we're turning the engine off, so we're conserving. And in this kind of condition, there's not much point in having your engine ticking over for no reason. At least it's not raining, huh? There's a little bit of movement up ahead with Biotherm turning. Not sure what's happening. Holcim also having to turn. Interesting. What's happening up ahead? Just got a little bit of wind. Yeah. So you see at the very front there in the distance, that's 11th hour, and then directly here is Holcim, and they are completely blocking Biotherm. It looks like there's a little wind shift, meaning that they have completely changed direction. Can you tilt the keel so that... Can't read your message, Lutz, sorry, you may have to write it again. Thanks, Colleen. We keep sending our positive energy, don't worry. It's only the start. And there's not much you can do when there's no wind. We are moving a little bit, not too much, but a little bit. Any questions from you guys at home, please feel free to put them in the chat. We do our best to answer them for you. There is the beautiful Malizia. Not the most exciting leg start. Maybe would have been better to not have this inshore turning part. Tiny breeze, I feel it now. You feel that? Huh? No, there's a bit more, look. Yeah, a little bit. We're wishing the wind, we're willing the wind to be here, guys. I feel it a tiny bit. Maybe we shouldn't sit here, remember, we're blocking the only tiny bit of wind there is. There's some maneuvers going on up ahead here. Jimmy's adding some extra wind to the equation. Come on, Roman, we can do this, guys.
It's working.
He's moving.
If a butterfly flutters halfway around the world,
That's why
do
you don't
feel
smoke,
the effect?
Yeah. I'm already tired.
Jimmy's blowing the wind in the sails for all of you at home,
Feeling
guys.
lightheaded now.
Lots of people sending blowing wind emojis, Jimmy, so it's working. Lots of people enjoying your efforts. Guys at home, I hope you're adding to Jimmy's efforts. Why is there no live stream on board? There is a live stream on board. It's on social media, it's on Instagram, but I think it's not happening right now. Marie has been going live a few times. She will go live when she jumps. There is also the Warner Brothers live, and there's us. Live here. The boats down there, look, maneuvering. There's Holcim, Biotherm, and ahead of them, 11th hour. Lots and lots of people sending wind to Aarhus, guys. Well done, Jimmy. Lots of people saying.
Nice.
Lots of people, someone here, Ken, recommending that we get the drone out. Might add more breeze.
Possibly the choppers, with the helicopter.
I know, with the, yeah, Jimmy just explained that with the helicopter up, no drones allowed, guys, not safe. Loads of wind emojis. I love it, guys. Someone maybe can do a wind dance.
We just did a little wind chant.
I wanted a dance though,
You
remember?
want to dance? Come on, Roman. Ricardo.
This is our wind dance, guys. Anything to get some wind. This is wind dance. You see it here first. Flapping to get the wind going. Boris is up, is he? Where?
Just by the cockpit outside.
Ah, yeah, Boris is up on deck there, guys. Probably a frustrated Boris if I know him. It's not his favourite setting to have no wind at all. Can tell you that. No, you can tilt the keel on these boats, but you're tilting it backwards and forwards. It's not going to help so much with the speed situation at the moment. Yeah, we are a bit stuck between not much wind. Here you guys have it. All the boats are here. We're not that far apart. Holcim on the left, far away in the distance in the middle is 11th, and on the right is Biotham. And just behind us here is Kiel. What does this mean? Esquilia and Ultra Lorient.
Oh yeah.
What does it mean?
He's saying that the other people from Lorient supporting Malizia.
Ah, so question from Christophe Francois. Is there anyone else from Lorient on the chat? Carsten on this chat saying we should give some Talisker to Poseidon. Maybe that's where we've gone wrong, huh? We didn't drop any in the ocean this time. It's very true. Slowly but surely, yeah. We do have a little bit more wind in the sail at the moment. The helicopter is a little bit too focused on 11th hour at the moment for my liking, giving them a bit too much wind over there. But we are coming. Wolfgang asking why no drone in leg 5. We were just too fast, guys. That's why no drone. How is it that they've gone so far with no wind, the other teams? We got off to a bad start, guys. We were fast over the line. We had to turn away and go back over the line, so we lost some miles. But luckily, it's only the start of the race. These can be caught up. Lots of you guys sending more wind emojis. I love it. Tell us where you're sending them from, guys. We are keen to hear. You've got Portuguese, French, and English on this rib, so we cover a few different countries. Taco, Rosie's dad, is following and asking us what we can tell about some of the sponsors on board. Well, guys, we actually have 7 main partners on the boat. We have the Yacht Club of Monaco is our first ever partner, actually. They've partnered with Boris in 2015, so they have been with him for a long time and have been one of the most supportive partners. Pierre Casaraghi is a good friend of Boris and has always tried to support Boris in realizing this dream and this campaign, and is also a big advocate of the ocean and ocean health and the education program. So that's why we have kind of maintained that long-lasting relationship. Many questions coming in now. We also, there you see, have EFG. EFG also a very long-standing partner in private banking. We have Hapag-Lloyd, Kuehne + Nagel, and MSC you see there as shipping partners. And with these partners, we work a lot around sustainable shipping and wind ships, which is one of Boris's favorite topics, decarbonization in shipping. And that is one of our main motivations around that partnership. And then, of course, we have Zurich Insurance, whose main mission is to become the world's most sustainable insurer. So those are those partners. And then you can see we also have Schütz, and they are a German manufacturing company. And for those of you who know sailing well, you will know that Mr. Schütz had a TP sailing boat called Container, and that's one of the reasons for this great partnership with them. They also actually built the boat mold that built Malizia. So Schütz in Germany is actually where the mold of our boat was built. It's a fun fact. So what else questions have we got? Lots of you sending lots of wind emojis. Tenerife, Flensburg. Dirk Weisenborn is on, one of our other partners. Dirk Weisenborn from Bootspunkt. They are stuck on the highway going to Kiel. You'll have to let us know how the traffic is, Dirk, because we are coming tomorrow morning very early. Lots of you guys on. It's great to see. Coming in from all over the world. We've had India, Valencia, China. Greetings from Hanover, Lithuania. You guys are all over the place. It's amazing to see. Guys, we are very close now. It's really one of the closest points I think we've been. You've got some kayakers here. Lots of people have come out to see some sailing boats here. Hopefully some Malizia fans amongst them. Let's see, Holcim is currently on the overtake of Biotherm. You have Malizia here in 4th. You have 11th hour who are going around that mark at the end. Let's see what's going to happen. You've got Rosie up on deck at the moment, bringing that sail round, trying to get some of that wind. Not easy at the moment. The boat is, yeah, there it goes, that head sail coming out now. There is so little wind out here, it's crazy. Yeah, Rosie's dad is on the chat, guys, so if you have any good words, nice words for Rosie, please put them here. I think it's going to be a big surprise for Rosie sailing into Holland. She's barely been back, only once since the start of this race, and of course her profile and people knowing about her has skyrocketed. So it's going to be pretty exciting for Rosie to sail back into her home country. 11th hour have rounded that mark over there and have managed to find a bit more speed. They've found some wind. We need Rosie to do the wind dance. Yeah, 11th hour are getting a fast start off there. We are going all way. We are turning. Rosie now trying to pop those battens. Lots and lots of nice messages from you guys for Rosie. That's great to see. It's a little bit frustrating wind-wise out there at the moment. Forget to pick up the leg jump. When they jump, can we try and be like near so we can watch the little jump into the water? I'm not sure this turning over. Seems like you're gonna sail past us.
The umpires, some excitement.
Some excitement for the umpire, yeah. There you have 11th hour there, guys, in the background. Kiel just finding a little bit more wind, sailing very close past us. There is so little wind out here, it's crazy. Very, very hot and very light wind.
After the wind is coming.
They don't have much of a choice. They drive wherever the wind is coming from.
Yeah, the wind is really fickle out here. There's so little wind and it's very difficult to tell where it's coming from. Christina, you can just log off if you don't enjoy it. You can switch over to another channel. We're fine with it. It's not so clear at the moment. They're coming back round, I think, guys. They didn't find any wind on that side. The tracker doesn't show much wind for the next 12 hours. Yeah, that is the problem. Thanks, John. Ah, look, we have in the distance there, you see, 11th hour are now turning towards us. We're 11th hour too close though? Why are they heading this way? Look, they're doing an about turn. But they've got to head out here, huh?
I don't think they can choose where they're going right now.
Yeah, you see, when you're in these conditions in a sailing boat, you really have very little options with the wind choices. It's not so easy. So at the moment, sadly, Gio have got a roll on us. Malizia is back on the port side and hopefully going to at least slide along at the same speed as Gio. Maybe, guys, we can go a bit closer to them, at least to have a bit of a closer shot. So, if we look in the distance down there, Biotherm are around that mark as well. Where are Wholesome? Yeah, look, there's Biotherm just rolling past Wholesome in the background there. It's very hard to see because of this light, but pretty good maneuver. Look, Wholesome completely stationary, and Biotherm have just come around that inside edge of them, just behind Gio. Marie will be going live on and off on Instagram. She's not continually live on there, I'm afraid. So for those of you just joining us, some other people are joining in. This is leg 6 of the ocean race. It is an incredibly slow start here. We have had very little wind, but look, just picking up a little bit now, which is great to see. There is the beautiful Malizia. On board we have Boris Herman, you see him there poking his head out. We have Will Harris, we have Rosalind Kuiper, and we of course have our newest addition, the first time racing on the boat, Axel Pillian, and our fly captain Antoine Orial.
See the wind? The wind is filling in from behind us.
So we have it here first from Roman. The wind is filling in a little bit behind us.
Yeah.
We are hoping to pick up a little bit more speed, guys. Look, just gaining there on Gio. Just give you that behind the boat shot. For those of you who don't know, we are doing a Kiel flyby, guys. Very exciting. I think many of you are planned to come. And we will be flying by in Kiel. That means we don't stop, but the team will be there on the land. And after that, we will be heading for the Hague. So we have 5 boats back in this race now, which we are very happy about. You have Benjamin Dutroux on Gio just in front of us there. He is back in this race after much work and I can say blood, sweat and tears. Benjamin is back in. Look at that, I feel a breeze. Stu is here. I think we're getting ready for some leg jumpers, guys. So, get ready.
Let's just do the shot so we keep stay on.
So, leg jumpers are getting ready. As we can see, we are getting some action. Get ready, guys. We are going to see Marie, our social media manager, and Niels soon jumping from Malizia. It's about to get exciting. A little bit more wind as they round this mark, and then they're going to be off. We are moving. Coming around that mark now. Very exciting. Someone's saying too fast. I don't know if it's too fast yet, but so we have it there, guys. 11th hour, Biotherm, Wholesome, and Malizia. Gio is turning. Malizia has to turn too. We have our leg jumpers there. Just a little issue with that sail, trying to get it round. Still not much wind to maneuver, but they've got it round. Okay, our leg jumpers are getting ready to get off, guys. There you have it. We have Niels and Marie. They're going to be picked up by this rib here. Around that last mark.
Overlap.
And from that mark, they are going to be jumping. Get ready for the jump, guys. You see there, Niels, partner from the ocean race. He's getting ready to go. Ready. Huh? Woo! And next up we have Marie. She's got her GoPro there. She's ready to go too. Woo! And there is Marie down. Is it cold, Marie? So you have Marie off.
We pick you up, but you're too wet.
So Marie will be getting that into the Malizia rib. See you later, Marie. And we're around this mark, guys. The leg jumpers are off, and it is now time to set off into this leg. Yeah, we need to pick up some speed here. You see that there is a little bit more wind. Not a lot, but a little sea breeze is filling in. Nice to see. The boats are heading out. Everyone is still very close together. There is only a few hundred nautical miles between it.
You can see through the window.
So guys, you are here. It is the start of leg 6. There is some breeze, finally. We are happy to be able to at least show you that boat moving. Now look at that, tipping over. We've got a bit more speed. That is great to see Malizia in real action with some more wind. Coming here, picking up speed and heading for the exit line. Guys, it is going to be a very, very quick 3 days only at sea, 800 nautical miles on board Malizia Seaexplorer. There you have it, flying along. Beautiful to see. Now we have some wind, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful. Malizia is flying. I don't know the speed right now, guys, but it's pretty fast. Say we're 16, 17, 18 knots as they come into that last mark there, and then they will be out to sea. Very happy to see the boat in these conditions for the finish here, well the start here even, the finish the import course. Round that marker and we're away. It's flat water, guys. The boat is skimming over the water here. And the helicopter coming up behind us, sorry if it's a bit loud. Flight captain is sitting up there on deck. There are no points for Kiel, guys. We are catching up there on gear. Woo! That is beautiful. The other rigs behind. There you have it, guys. They are.
Let's wait. But they will go past everyone. So
They are trying to get a bit more speed here. Catch up on the front boats there, but everyone is very close together. No one has managed to break away. We are getting the wind from behind, so that has meant that we are getting the speed first. Great to see. Next stop tomorrow, Kiel, guys. I can tell you that the team on board and the team on land will be getting very little sleep. There you go, Boris on deck there, checking some things. He will be excited to be sailing into Kiel tomorrow, his hometown. Antoine on the left, Boris on the right. Will's coming up. Great to see, guys, really great. There is Antoine Oriol, our fly captain, filming away. He does an absolutely amazing job on board. I think you will all agree. Thanks, guys, for the kind messages. We are really looking forward to seeing you in Kiel as well. We're going to stay with the boat for a little bit. It's beautiful. to see the boat moving finally after that very slow start. 10 knots now. We have slowed down, that's for sure. But still, we are not far from Kiel. Also Holcim up ahead. The boats are all very close together. There's Boris up on the deck, just going in. Anton is really the best fly captain. Don't worry, we know. That's why we picked him. So close here to the start. What is happening? We have just kicked off, guys, with leg 6 of the ocean race. We are here in Aarhus. It was a very light wind start. They made the start course much shorter in order that we could get out, as we want to be in Kiel tomorrow for the Kiel flyby. But we do have some wind now, and it seems to have filled in from the back. Although we are currently in 5th place, it's only by a little way. You see only in the only short distance away there, Biotherm, Holcim, Geo, and the front runner at the moment, 11th hour. But here you have Malizia. Will and Boris up on deck. The girls will be in the pit, Rosie and Axel. Boris and Will taking over the navigator's role in this leg. They will be sharing that role. They're talking right now, deciding what the best options are. They will be looking ahead at the other boats. They will be looking at the wind, and the forecast. It will be tense on board. They don't like to be in that position. Look at that, the boats ahead lined up in almost perfect symmetry. Absolutely beautiful to see. The three-line boats. Biotherm doing their own thing there on the right-hand side, but the other three almost in a perfect line. And there you have Malizia. Will up on deck, Rosie poking her head up there. Just deciding what to do. I think we're going to see some maneuvering going on. Let's see. What's their plan, guys?
I think they're looking at flying a Spinnaker or
Maybe, yeah, I think they're going to have a Spinnaker, because look up ahead, Biotherm have got their Spinnaker out. Biotherm have got their asymmetrical Spinnaker up. Yeah, exactly, guys. Biotherm have got their Spinnaker. It looks like we're getting ours out. They are rigging that up now. Boris there on the deck. Rosie on the other side. Getting the Spinnaker poles ready to go. Will Harris on the foredeck. We will be seeing our beautiful Sarah Morris Spinnaker flying high very soon. Look at that, 11th hour. I've maneuvered across. Picking up some speed there. None of the others look like they're deploying anything yet. Interesting to see though. Are Biotherm faster with that Spinnaker up or not? Look at this, guys. The Spinnaker, it's not a small sail, huh? This giant sail, big balloon shape at the front of the boat. Really for these lighter downwind conditions. But here you have it, look at this. Holcim have maneuvered early. And they seem to have some good speed here. Look at that, Holcim flying away. Yeah, they have used the Spinnaker in this race, that's for sure. They're still getting that ready there. It's up on deck, ready to go. The other boat's just reaching away now. Beautiful to see. Am I going to Kiel with the chaser rib? Fortunately, no. We will be on the train to Kiel. So we set off early tomorrow morning after we've packed up here. Some of my team are already in Kiel. And we will be there tomorrow. We're going to wait a little while. Let's get these guys out the way. So here you have it, guys. They're coming round now. Spinnaker is ready to go, but let's see what they decide to do. We see up ahead here, the others are not yet flying their Spinnakers. Ah, wait for it. They've just deployed up ahead. There's one going out. Yeah, they are getting ready with that Spinnaker on deck now. Exactly, clean. We are trying to not fly within Europe, so most of us will be getting trains. A few people are driving, of course. We do have technical vans, but within Europe we try to use public transport. So guys, we have done a dive, we've come round. I see some more deploying Spinnakers up ahead. Guys have still got theirs up. And we see also Holcim have got their Spinnaker up ahead too. We are getting ready with ours. There's Will on the deck. You get to see our beautiful Sarah Morris Spinnaker, designed by the artist Sarah Morris. It will be flying high very soon, no doubt. Geo back there doing slightly different tactics. Maybe they don't have a Spinnaker on board. Will and Boris working together to get that sail up now. Yeah, 11th hour is furling. We can see that from here. Ah, I lied, by the way. Holcim does not have a Spinnaker up. 11th hour is getting theirs out now. It's 11th hour, not Holcim. My apologies. So yeah, 11th hour looks like they are putting their asymmetrical Spinnaker up as well. We will go the other side so you can see. So there you've got it. You've got here Holcim, no Spinnaker up. There in the distance, 11 would just put their Spinnaker up. And here by also with their Spinnaker up. And next will be us with the Spinnaker. In the distance there, Holcim, not Holcim, Geo, seem to have furled both their head sails. Let's see what they're planning over there. Speed-wise, not exactly sure, not so fast, maybe 10 knots at the moment. Bringing you as close to the action as possible from the Malizia chase boat. What speed is necessary for flying? I mean, you can foil at about 15 knots of wind, I think. 15, 16 knots of wind. Who is captaining the Seaexplorer for this leg? Boris is the skipper for this leg, Oriel. No worries, guys. I don't know why the footage is out of focus for you, Hans. I see it clearly. It might be the broadband. We are quite far away now, but you can see it now, guys. That Spinnaker is going up. Will and Boris working together on the deck there to deploy that. Geo look like they're also getting their Spinnaker out in the distance there. Everyone, apart from Holcim, who are still without a Spinnaker, will be soon flying their Spinnakers. It's not the resolution, I think it's the internet. Look at this, guys. The Spinnaker is coming out. They are just furling that head sail now while they deploy that spinnaker. Beautiful sail. Not always the easiest sail for those sailors out there. You will know that the spinnaker can be a tricky sail. There it's going. Look at that. The sock is coming off. We have that beautiful Sarah Morris artwork on the sail. For those of you that don't know, it's got the port and starboard signs representing the lead we need in order to fight the climate crisis. This is a beautiful piece of art that we will be currently showing any second now. Look at this, it is going up. Malizia Seaexplorer has deployed their spinnaker. Geo have their spinnaker up in the distance. The other boats as well, only Holcim without a spinnaker up now. Look at that. The sail is filled. Beautiful to see. Malizia Seaexplorer with the asymmetrical Sarah Morris design spinnaker is in full force, guys. This is the second time the sail has been out during the ocean race, but the first time the sail has been out on a leg start. Will and Boris there on deck, having just deployed that beauty. I'm going to turn the phone just a little bit so you can see the full sail. Not so easy to see otherwise. Look at that. Malizia Seaexplorer, fully deployed spinnaker. Will Harris looking a little bit out of breath on board. It's really a piece of art. Look at that. Will Harris on the deck there. They are currently in 4th place. You have Holcim there with no spinnaker. They're just going to sort out a little rope issue there. There we go. The rope is out the water. So for those of you just joining, that is, I'm turning the phone so you can see it. It's not my terrible filming skills. That is the beautiful Sarah Morris spinnaker, painted especially for this boat. Famous American artist Sarah Morris designed this sail just for the boat, and this spinnaker has sailed around the world. There you have it, guys, on the deck, the start of this leg 6. Currently in 4th place, but catching up here. Holcim have now decided to deploy their spinnaker just now. So now all 5 boats in the fleet have their spinnakers up for this leg 6 start. How beautiful to see. I have to admit, none are quite as beautiful as ours, but still. Cool decision by the teams there. Everyone has their spinnaker out. Late decision by Holcim, may have cost them some miles. They have only just deployed that spinnaker. Interesting to understand why. You still have them as Auer in the lead, 5 of them in 2nd, Holcim 3rd, and us catching up in 4th. That spinnaker seems to be adding some extra speed, which we were lacking before. We are currently in 4th place, guys. I think the spinnaker is nearly 400 square meters. It's an it's all right. It's an asymmetrical spinnaker, guys. See it here. So it's not your standard normal spinnaker, which is completely symmetrical. So you have a longer side here. Still an asymmetric spinnaker. You can also call it an asymmetric jellyfish. The artist is also a sailor, and that is why she puts the green point. No, the points are already part of an artwork, but the colors she amended to be the leading lights. So the port and starboard mark. Look at that, guys. We're just coming around. I will continue to talk in a minute, but that is beautiful to see. Look at that. That Spinnaker flying high on Malizia Seaexplorer. Forest there, waving to you guys from the boat. Antoine Oriel up on deck, and that Spinnaker flying high. It is beautiful to see. You can call it an asymmetric spinnaker, asymmetric spinnaker, but on board we call it the Spinnaker. So this is all hand painted, guys, designed by Sarah Morris. Absolutely beautiful to see. It's flying here. Wow, the light shining through it just gives an amazing effect. Will Harris there up on deck, deciding what to do next. They are catching on Holton, who are just there. They deployed their Spinnaker quite late. And back in the distance there we have Gio, so currently sitting us in 4th place, but definitely gaining somewhat on Holton. 11th hour of manoeuvred up ahead, so they are coming round as well. Rosie and Hill there, double trouble, dropping that code 0 there. Keeping up the J2 and the J3 though. So there's a rule on this boat, we always keep up a double safety. So there is either a biz cable and a sail or 2 sails in place, in order that we cannot have the same incident as happened to Holton. There, look, Boris on the helm. Axel will be inside. Antoine doing some yoga on the deck there. Rosie will and on the deck. And the rudder coming round. Look at that. Can we do like a tiny bit longer? Tiny bit longer. Like 5 more minutes. So guys, here you have it. They know this boat now like the back of their hands. This has been their home for more than 90 days at sea. They are setting off on another mission. The sail is about 380, 400 square meters. It is an asymmetrical spinnaker, exactly. Look at that. We are gaining there, guys. On Holton, just under there. We have a little armada with us out here, nice to see. The drone will for sure be going up. We got Antoine a new t-shirt saying Fly Captain. He's pretty happy with it. I'm sure it's going to result in a lot of great drone footage. Boris there on the deck. And I think in a minute we're going to see a maneuver with this spinnaker that you guys were asking about. So hold on tight, and at some point soon we're going to see a maneuver. You see Biotherm have actually managed to get ahead of 11th hour. You see there, that is Biotherm in the lead. Then we have 11th hour. So Biotherm have actually rolled 11th hour. Both of them maneuvering with that famous spinnakers, or asymmetrical spinnakers as we now like to call it. And then up ahead under our sail, I think we are closing a little bit on Holton. And we are going to let you guys see this maneuver as they come around. ETA in Kiel is around 3 p.m. We will be keeping you guys updated on social media. ETA in The Hague anywhere from 2 to 7 p.m. guys. Look at that, Antoine, Fly Captain, and Rosalind Kuiper on board. Great to see Rosie there, waving at you guys. She will be next stepping foot in The Hague, her hometown. It's going to be great to see her arrive there to hopefully a very warm welcome for our Dutch sailor. It was her birthday yesterday, only 28 years old and already sailing around the world. Yeah. But I want to see the maneuver. So guys, I'm forcing the team to stay a bit longer. We're going to let you see this maneuver. Holston there up ahead. Malizia here still flying along, and I think that maneuver will come soon. Let's see. Unfortunately, Francois, we can't give them any tips on board. It's once they set sail, it's really their race. So we just have to let them do their thing. Hopefully this boat is not going to touch. There's a spectator boat out here on the water now, coming to get a closer look, passing behind Malizia. Look at this, beautiful to see. Lots of people on the YouTube are telling us to keep going this way. Like on this heading, they said there's always more wind this way. But I don't know. Yeah, exactly, that's what they're saying. So guys, we're just going to see if they do the maneuver like the other two boats or if they keep on this course. Let's see, Holcim looks like they're getting some wind up ahead there. There you go guys, that is the Spinnaker flying. Is that our rib? No. Yeah. Get out of the way with your rib. Look at that, the beautiful Sarah Morris Spinnaker flying high on Malizia's Seaexplorer. Leg 6 has started. We are a tiny part of the way into 800 nautical miles. We are going to say goodbye to Malizia now. We need to get back and get our content up online, so we do a final goodbye. Thank you guys for joining. Any more questions, let us know. We are turning around and heading for land. Okay guys, on y va.
Bye.
Bye Malizia.
Bye.
Tschüss. So guys, Kiel, we can head back now. Kiel tomorrow, fly by 3 p.m. Have a look at your phones. Look at social media, look at the website. We will be updating you. Then we will be in The Hague on the 11th. No sleep for the boat team or the shore team. I'm filming. Oh, you're going to pee. Okay. Guys, join us. We will be there in Kiel. I will be there. Jimmy will be there. Ricardo will be there. Thanks, guys. See you soon. Social media for all the information. All of those asking, look at the social media. We will be telling you where to follow and what times we are coming in. We expect a very warm welcome. There is the Ilbruck. That is correct. The crossing boat seemed to be the Ilbruck. Ah, yeah, you're right. Timber Coast Cargo. That was Ilbruck, the other German boat that won 20 years ago in the ocean race. They are here. We met them. They sailed here especially from Germany, and they were the ones that sailed past Malizia just a moment ago. So as Malizia and Holcim head off that way, Gio and the others head this way. Okay, I'm being told to put my jacket on, so we gotta go guys. Thank you and goodbye.
Bye.